Hey, and welcome to Matt's Garage. This is a first generation Honda CRV. This is a 98, but first generation is anywhere from 98 to 2001, and we're going to be replacing the shock. So this is the new shock and spring and strut we're putting on all in one. Got this for about 50 bucks, free shipping or something like that. But I'll put a link in the description. I think it might be a little bit more than that for the shock if you're interested. And we're going to be changing it on this side. I already took the wheel off. And here's the old shock. Here, it's really squeaky, and I think there's something wrong with it, so we're replacing it. So obviously we start by taking the wheel off, which is already done. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the next step. Using a 17mm socket, I loosened up this. I'm gonna pull it all the way out. So this is that screw that holds the strut assembly on and that part together. And so these holes were lined up, so this was right in there with that hole. You see, it's hard to see, but I'll get it from the other angle. So that is where the screw was going through, and so there's a nut on the other side of that. So that was just going through here. So we took that out. Next we're going to loosen up this here. Okay, that used a 14mm. Now that that's loose, we can see that it's sliding down the shock. We'll slide it down a little bit more here. And there you go. You see how much is visible there? We're going to see if we can pull it all the way off. So we're just going to keep on loosening that. And then we're going to try to pull it off. There we go. And now it is disconnected. It helps if you twist it a little bit. It wasn't actually very hard at all to get off. So now that this is just the shock alone, we're just going to loosen up the screws up top. I'll show you. These two screws here. I'm trying to figure out what size they are. I think there might be a 14. Nope, let's see. Okay, looks like I found it. It's a 15mm. So we're going to loosen up these two. A little snug at first, but once you get them loose, they start coming right on out. Okay, now that one's off and the other they're really loose, once you take it all the way off, I have to hold it from the bottom here because this will just fall. All right, once it's out, you can just pull it right down from the bottom. Here it is, coming down, and there you go. Here's your old shock. And so I'll put it here next to the new one. There you go. And that's how simple it is. So we're just going to reverse the steps to put it on. You can see this comes with new bolts there, new nuts. So we're just going to use the new nuts. And let's start putting it back together. One thing that's important is you want to line up the little notch on here with the notch on there. So you want that to go right in the middle. Sorry about the focus here. Yeah, there you go. See that little notch? You want that to line up with that. So it's one piece like that. Oh my goodness, no focus. Alright, but I'll show you how it's done on this. So, you're going to put that back on just as it is without the shock. Gotta remember where those notches are, and we're going to put them all, line them up. Okay, you see we get the shock. It's not screwed in on the top, it's just kind of sitting there. We got the notch here on the back side. I could feel it. And it's kind of sitting in. It's got to sit in a little deeper, but we're going to lift this up. But I think first, it doesn't really matter what you do here, but I think first we're going to put the screws up on top. And then we'll lift this up and tighten it down. And then we'll put that up to here, throw the screw in there, and we'll be golden crispy. So, just putting the screws on top here. See, you got one in, but I'm going to tighten them all the way down with my wrench. So I'm going to tighten these down. Okay, I decided to get some power tools and speed things up a tad. Nice. So I'm going to tighten those with the socket. Alright, now we're fully tied up here. And that looks pretty good, so let's go downstairs and take care of the rest. So, we're pushing this up. You see it's going to go up right to that line. like a focus. We're going to push it right up to the line so it's lined up. See? And then we're going to tighten up that. Okay, now I tightened it with my drill. I'm just going to hand tighten it with a socket wrench. And this is just so you can make it extra tight. If you have an impact wrench, you don't need to do this. Or like an air gun. Alright, we don't need to make it crazy tight, but snug enough where it's not going to come off. And we're just going to make sure that it's all lined up still. Looks like there's a gap here, but this is supposed to be here. You see there's a little line here. Well, you can't see it, but there's a little line there where that's supposed to go up to. So that's fully on. And so now we're just going to put our bolt back through here and tighten that up. Alright, we're all done. The new part is completely in. I moved this car out to the street because we're about to test drive it. Gonna take a look down here just to see. There it is. There's the shock all in correctly, bolted down. Let's get in and see what we do, or how it sounds. So before it was making a lot of squeaking noises and stuff when I went over any bumps and some clunking. Got like the bushings changed and stuff. The mechanic said it needed the new shock and strut to get rid of that, and so let's see if that took care of that. Got the ABS light on the dash. Gotta fix that next. And my seatbelt's not on. That's what that red light is. Alright, so this is this little alleyway here is where we hear a lot of clunking. Already it sounds better. Look at that. No squeaking. Nice and smooth. Wow, much better. Huge difference. It feels like a new car now. That would definitely be like... That's what it used to sound like. Not anymore. Wow, you know what? It even drives straighter. Oh, I love it. Takes the turns like a race car. Check out this turn. Woo-wee! Wow. So much better. So much better. So that concludes our video, and you know, if anyone has any questions, prepare to I'll answer them, and like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for choosing my video.